Hey guys, Steve here with Steve's Guns, and today we got cool things to show you. We have this beautiful CZ97B, and we also have this HK VP9 Match. The year is 2025. This guy's been out since 97. The VP's been out since 2013-14, but the Match came out in 2021. So, new versus old. If you guys are looking for like a full-size gun to buy in the year 2025, which one should you pick? Let's start off with the CZ first. So as you can see, CZ, full classic look, wood grips, all metal frame. There's literally no plastic on this guy at all. Okay, so that's metal, wood. It is a heavy guy. This thing weighs almost 2.5 pounds. It is not light. You have almost a 5-inch barrel. You're at 4.8 inches. Size-wise, it compares to a 1911. That's the comparison of it. Mags, 10, push button. Come on, zoom in. There you go. Again, full metal. But CZs, they do have this crazy design. As you can see, the bottom part is thicker. The top slide is actually thinner, which kind of helps with the recoil. Not kind of helps the recoil, it does help with the recoil. Recoil is very nice on this gun for shooting a 45 ACP. Accuracy is very great too. Very fantastic gun to shoot. Very accurate. For being a 45, it's a slower round. It's a heavier round. Higher kick, but again, it mitigates it very well. Fits very nice in the hand. Especially if you have big hands, you're going to enjoy it. I do have pretty big hands, and this guy is bigger than my hands. Right here we have the Match. This guy does have a compensator on it. Let me show you the actual slide. So I'll just delete this portion of it. This is the Match. This is a 5.5-inch barrel. They also have the L, which doesn't have these cuts here. Okay, and it's a 5-inch barrel. So the Match, you get an extra 1/2 inch, plus you get additional cuts just to lighten up that slide. Recoil's very nice on this too. It is a little bit snappy, especially if you don't have the compensator. It's pretty snappy gun. Again, you have this humongous slide going back and forth. This thing weighs 24 ounces, so you're right under a pound compared to this guy, which is at 2.5 pounds. So the weight's gonna help with recoil. But this guy here is a snappy gun. That's why we put the compensator on it. If you're shooting 1 or 2 rounds, you're not... I mean, if you're shooting slow, you're not going to feel the compensator. When you start picking up the pace, that's when the compensator starts to shine. This thing is flat. Okay. You can stay on target very well. You can get on target very well with the compensator. And especially if you're putting rounds fast down range, this thing is gonna help you stay on target. If you look at the barrel, you have a rubber bushing right here that basically just keeps the slide in this position when it slides back, which helps with recoil. I believe that option or that design was on the USPs. That was made specially for the Navy SEALs. I guess they made a USP. The Navy SEALs wanted a little bit more accurate, so HK put that rubber bushing and it did the job. I shot this thing maybe like 200-300 rounds, maybe more, and that rubber is absolutely looks brand new. They do send you extra ones that comes with like 6-7 of them. I haven't changed it yet. It seems that it's still functioning pretty well. Some might think, yeah, it's right there, it's on the barrel, it's going to heat up, melt, this, that, but it's been good. It's been very good. As you can see, optics cut already. The Holosun is made for the VP series. It actually does say VP on the Holosun right there. Cool thing about this, let me turn on the laser for y'all. Cool thing about that is you have access to your iron sights and you have access to your red dot. Usually when they slap on a red dot, you got to put an extra plate, and then you put on your red dot and your sights kind of disappear unless you have raised up sights for a silencer, and then you can have both of them. But for with this one that it's built for it, you can use both of them just in case it breaks, it dies. This thing doesn't have a battery, it runs on solar, but let's just say it doesn't turn on, you still have access to your red dot. Polymer frame, metal on top. You do have a Picatinny here, so you can put on a flashlight, or in this case a rail mounted compensator. This is a striker fired gun. This guy here is a hammer fired gun. Basically there's no hammer on a striker, it's just a pin that hits the back of the bullet. This guy here, that hits that metal piece right there, and that sends the pin home, which ignites the round, and you shoot. This guy doesn't have a rubber bushing, as you can see, but again, the barrel does move a lot, but that's normal, that's how they are. Same with this guy here. Okay, if you guys looked at a, let's say an HKP7, you can see that the barrel is like, it's not fixed, you need a special tool, but it doesn't have that play, which gives it more accuracy. But when the slide is in, this thing's pretty solid. Okay, so if you're looking for a full-size badass gun, my two favorites are these here. CZ makes very, very great guns. Never had a problem with it. They have the SPs, they have the Shadow, more modern, they have the optic cut on them, flashlight mount. But this guy here, this size, is an old school type of gun. The SP01, which is your 9mm version, same full size. I believe it's still like a 4.8 inch barrel. Those do come with optic cuts and the flashlight mount, but the CZ97 does not. Introduced in '92, discontinued, I believe it was the year 2000 or 2022. I think it was 2022 they stopped making them. Unfortunate, I don't know why. Such a fantastic gun. So these are my two favorite handgun brands, HK and CZ. I absolutely love HK. I think they're one of the best. Not every, but almost every military uses them. Especially this VP series here. It's probably the most comfortable hand positioning, hand feeling on any gun that I've shot. I've shot a lot of guns, and this one here, it just feels like it was made for my hand. It feels like I sent a copy to HK, they molded it to my hand, my palm, and it's just beautiful. These guys here, they do come out, you can change them, put them smaller or bigger, smaller and bigger to accommodate the size of your hand. Okay, but overall, like I said, it's a very nice sitting gun. It does really, really feel like a glove. They do have different versions of the VP. They have the regular one, they have the SK. The regular one is right here, so you lose this here, so it's basically this big, and that's the L right there. Okay, and the match, you get that extra half inch, so you get that extra cut, a little bit longer slide, but the L doesn't have that cut right here. But again, that's your regular, and I believe your SK is like right there. Okay, SK is your concealed carry type. Another cool thing about the VP series, if you do buy a regular VP9, so the one that comes with this portion here, you can go to hkparts.net, you can go to eBay, and you can buy a complete upper for a match or an L. Basically just slide it off, slap on the match slide, and you technically have a match. This part is all the same. This part does not change. Everything's up here, and it is a complete slide. So it comes with the barrel, the slide itself, all the internals, the plate for the optic, full set. It's like $450, $500. Pretty cool. You basically get 2 guns for having 1 registered lower, in a way. Out of the box, fantastic shooter, very, very accurate. Maybe too accurate, kind of scary accurate, especially with the red dot. And if it's sighted in properly and with the compensator, you're not gonna miss. You're definitely not gonna miss. This guy here, if this is 100% on accuracy, this guy here is a 95% on accuracy. I've done almost the same grouping with this guy and this guy. Iron sights, green dot. Okay, so again, CZs are very, very good guns, quality guns. I would take this over a SIG any day of the week. Sorry, SIG guys, but that's just me. There's something about CZ that just makes them absolutely fantastic. And if it's not enough for you, you can always send the gun to Cajun Gunworks. They can pimp it out for you, change the trigger, hammer springs, recoil springs. They could put optics on it. Whatever you want, they can pimp it out and send it back to you. Not too expensive. I think it's like $400 for a complete overhaul, and you get a whole different gun. You basically get a match gun on something like this. So the year is 2025 and you're looking to get a full-size gun. You don't know what to get. If you're a traditional type of person, you don't care about the optic cuts, and you want something that's metal, solid, it's gonna shoot forever, I will go with the CZ. If you want something a little bit more modern, with the polymer, optic cuts, you have to waste extra money on it, I would go with the P2000. Only thing about the CZ, it likes to run clean. Okay. I've noticed that, again, when it's dirty, it does shoot, but it likes to run clean. This guy here doesn't give a crap. You can have it clean or dirty. This thing is gonna shoot no matter what. This guy will do the same, but again, it likes to be cleaned from time to time. After a couple hundred rounds, it does like to get cleaned, and it will function much better. Now, if the world's ending, you gotta pick one, you don't have cleaning supplies, I would go with this. I would go with the, well, it's HK. It is reliable. They're built like tanks. This thing will, doesn't matter, you throw it in water, mud, or sand, it's gonna work. This guy here is a little bit more sensitive. Okay, a little bit more sensitive. That doesn't mean it's not a good gun. It doesn't mean that it's not better than this. It's just a little bit more sensitive firearm, and that's okay. That's the design of it. This guy's built a little bit more different. This guy's militaries use them, cops use them. So they're built for 2 different things. So you can't really compare them apples to apples. But they are comparable, but not comparable, if it makes sense. If I had to pick one and keep it for the rest of my life and use it every single day, I'm going with this. If I have other guns to use, this would probably be my second option. Fantastic. Again, full metal. This guy, you can drop it, it can break. This guy might last you a little bit longer. Okay. This guy paid like $900. Depends on the state. I don't know how much they are now since it's been discontinued, so price might have went up. This guy here is like $1,100, $900, $1,000. Again, depends on where you stay at. So if you guys see one, pick it up. But if you have only one gun and it's your first one and you only want one for the rest of your life, I will go with this. If you have a collection of handguns and you want to add something that's freaking awesome, I would go with this. Okay. The name is Steve with Steve's Guns. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next.